All right. Okay, we're rolling. YouTube is good. All right, audio's clear. I'm cleared. No John Cena. You can see me. Let's break it down. Let's get this rolling. Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. Yo, what the fuck is up? Hope you guys and girls are enjoying your Monday. I'm chilling, I'm maxing, I'm relaxing. And today I want to not only talk about the $1,100 Natural Nomad Academy 8-week program giveaway winner, but I also have a topic for you because, again, it's still a podcast episode a day, right? We're still doing that live stream, we're still doing that podcast. The meathead on the mic, you know what's happening, people. But before we dive into that, I want to talk about the giveaway winner. All right. So when you join, let me know how your day is going. Let's chat. Homie's like first. I appreciate the love. Man Raj, what's good? Home girls, home guys. Hope everyone's chilling. Hope everyone's doing good. So, without wasting any time, the program giveaway winner is a 19-year-old from Alabama. His name is Zach Witt. Zach, when you see this, when you hear this, you know what time it is. Congratulations. Welcome aboard to the Natural Nomad Academy. I got a lot of responses, and a lot of really good paragraphs as to why people, deserve to win the program giveaway. But his reason resonated with me the most. And I felt, I couldn't ignore that one. I just couldn't do that. I didn't have it in me. But with that said, for everybody else that did send a message, for everybody else that did reach out and give me their time and tell me why they deserve to win the program giveaway, I've got a gift for you. So stay close to your DM. Jenna, what's good? Hope you're having a good ass Monday. All right, so people, that's it. That's all. He's the giveaway winner. We're going to be diving into today's podcast episode of the Meathead on the Mic podcast, of course, because I got to give you guys the value. I got to give you guys the sauce. You know what time it is? Natty sauce, that is. Marinara if you're Italian. But anyway, let's break it down. Let's dive into the meat and motherfucking potatoes. Okay. So without wasting any time, actually, before I dive into it, I want to let you guys and girls know if you have any questions or concerns as I go along with this episode, you can drop the comments, you can ask the questions, and I'll respond to you at the end of the recording. All right. But while we're recording, I'm just going to be delivering value until I hit the stop button. All right. So without wasting any time, we'll be diving into the podcast episode in 4, 3, 2, and 1. Yo, what's good, meatheads? Hope you're having an amazing day. Welcome to another episode of the Meathead on the Mic podcast. It's your returning champion, IFBB Pro Matt Butale, coming at you with another topic. And today, I'll be breaking down why fat loss shouldn't be the only thing on your mind. All right, but before we dive in, I want to let if you get value from this, if you like these podcast episodes, do not forget to share and screenshot this podcast to your Instagram story to show support. Tag me, and I'll see this. All right. That's Schwarzenegger. SCHWARZENXGGA. All right. So that's my at name or Matt Butale. Search for me. Tag it on your stories. Let me know that you're watching, and I want to see that you guys and girls like what I'm putting out. And if you don't, let me know. I'm gonna change it up for you. All right. This is for you. Okay. Also, if you're watching this on YouTube live or the recording on YouTube, hit the sub button, please, for Christ's sake. Show me some love. All right. Let's break it down. I want to tell you guys and girls before we get into this that we did have a giveaway at the Natural Nomad Academy. And in the giveaway, which is valued at $1,100, it is a 8-week free program that I'll be giving out to one person that I felt, was the most deserving. I had several people send me messages and DMs, regarding why they deserve to win. And I decided to pick one winner because we can only pick one winner. And this one winner is a 19-year-old from Alabama. I think he just turned 20 today. It's also his birthday. So coincidence, Zach Witt. So shout out to Zach Witt. Welcome aboard to the Natural Nomad Academy. Much fucking love. I can't wait to help develop your physique. Let's do this. All right. So congratulations, Zach. Let's get into this episode. Today, we're here to talk about essentially why you should not only focus on your fat loss, especially if you want the most progress in your fat loss journey. Okay, so it sounds ironic already off the rip. That's funny. But I have to bring it up because if you don't pay attention to what I'm talking about or what I will be talking about right now, it's going to be extremely easy for you to fall off and derail yourself from from any program that you put yourself into, whether it's training or nutrition, or even if you're just starting to pick up the habit. It's really going to deter you. Okay. So you have to listen up, you have to tune in, you have to focus if you've been struggling with your fat loss journey specifically, and even if you're building muscle. Okay. Your entire fitness journey. This is the episode for you if you always find yourself slowing down or falling off the train when it comes to progress because of one specific thing that we're going to be diving into. All right, let's get into it. So before I actually dive into this, I want to ask you, and you can answer this yourself. What do you do when you're not at the gym? Like, what's one thing, or what are a few things that you enjoy in your life that you do when you're not at the gym? Like, just think about that for a second. I'll give you 3 seconds. One, two, three. Think about that thing. All right. So when you hear coaches or influencers or bodybuilders on Instagram say, quote unquote, make it a lifestyle, when we're talking about, health and fitness and progress and fat loss, like we really do want you to make it a lifestyle, right? We really do want you to incorporate it into your life so you don't have to feel like you're forcing yourself to do the thing because you already know you can force the camel to the water, but you can't force it to drink. That's sort of what's going to happen to you if your mind is only locked in on your fitness progress 25/8 and you don't give yourself a mental break. Okay. It doesn't mean essentially that, like, again, incorporating it into your lifestyle doesn't mean every waking moment of your life should be spent counting macros and calories and tracking your gym progress, tracking your logbook to see how much weight you're lifting and all that stuff. Like, incorporating it into your lifestyle doesn't mean being overly obsessed. I mean, to an extent, sure, if you're a competitor, if you want to be the best in the world, sure. But if you want to just lose fat, if you want to just build muscle, you don't have to be feverishly obsessed with it to the point where that's the only thing you think about. And that's a bad thing. And we're going to dive into that in a little bit. Okay. It also means incorporating things you love. Like when I asked you the question, what do you do when you're not at the gym? Things that you like. I wanted you to answer that to yourself because those are some things that you should actually focus on. I think you should really focus on when you're not at the gym, okay, or when you're not at the kitchen, or doing the thing, whether it's measuring food, meal prepping, stretching. When you're not doing the thing that's related to your fitness journey, you have to be doing other things that are not related to your fitness journey. Does that make sense? So things like for me, a perfect example would be like video games. I love video games. Spending time on the beach with family, catching up on rest if I feel fatigued. Things like that. Things that are just not really related to the gym that I enjoy doing, and that I'll also focus on when I'm not completely submerged. And I'm a professional bodybuilder, so it's a little bit different for me because when I'm all in, and I have to be obsessed or I lose. And that's like we're not doing that here, right? There's so much on the line. But if you were just burning fat, if you were just losing weight, you don't need to be so obsessed with it. Okay. The things that you like, the things that you do in your life already that, give you some sort of peace, tranquility, and some sort of space are things that you should focus on when you're not in the gym. As I said, for me, it's video games, spending time with family and friends at the beach, maybe going to the bar every now and again. Like, what are your things? What things make you feel calm? What things make you feel relaxed? Those are some things that I want you to think about, right? And doing things, that are similar to that, that take your mind off of being a fucking gym rat, only focus on progress. Like that's the key. That's what you need to focus on in order to make it a real lifestyle. A focus on a balance between the two. And I don't really like saying balance a lot because most people say, or they'll use it like as a scapegoat or as an excuse to not do something because they're like, oh, I need to balance it. I need to feel balanced. I'm doing too much of one thing, so I'm not going to do the other thing. Like, balance to an extent, 60/40 in favor of training and your life responsibilities. But that 40% is still a good chunk where you can actually de-stress, step back, breathe, and just be who you actually fucking are, right? Without the pressure, the constant pressure of counting your macros every single second, of, tracking your logbook and just going insane. Because when you think about it and overthink about it a lot, it's going to deter you and you're not going to really want to stick to it. And then it's not going to be a lifestyle because you're almost changing everything about you just to be fit when you should just change a few things and then be consistent with those habits. Does that make sense? In order to truly succeed at making this a lifestyle where you can stick to it 100%, you need to still do the things that you love. Or, as I said, you'll end up feeling like you're absolutely trapped in your efforts to create new lifelong lasting habits because you're so focused on that. There's a saying, and I don't even remember 100% what it is, but it's like if you focus way too much on one thing, you almost kind of don't get it. Like, if you focus enough on it, you can get it. But if you focus way too much, you're going to overthink yourself out of the situation. This is sort of the same thing when it comes to fitness and incorporating it into your lifestyle and making it a lifestyle that you can actually live with. Okay. Personally, as I said, I like playing video games, with my little brother online, or, other friends online across the world to help me de stress and live in the moment on Sundays, or pretty much any other day that I'll have time, maybe an hour or two, just to de-stress and not think about the gym or like nutrition or meal prep, right? It helps me recharge and take my mind off of the monotonous grind of always trying to be 100% perfect with my fitness goals. And again, as I said, I'm a pro bodybuilder, so it's different for me, but still, nobody should really strive for perfection, because perfection like immediately becomes a scapegoat for you the moment something isn't perfect. You're like, well, I was going to do this at that time, but because I'm off by 1 minute, I'm not going to do it. I was going to go to the gym right after work, but I went home first. And now because I went home first, it's not perfect. I'm probably gonna have to skip one workout in the gym, and because of that one little workout, that 15 minutes, now it's perfect, and now I'm not gonna do the thing, right? And the same thing goes with nutrition. Okay. Like, it does not have to be 100% perfect. And allowing yourself to stay from the gym allows you to understand that it does not perfect. Okay. Reconnecting with the things that you like allows yourself to give yourself that ability to incorporate it into your lifestyle instead of trying to rebuild your lifestyle. Because let's face it, all you have to do, really, like guys and girls, is just tweak up the worst habits that you have and be consistent at constantly doing the good things that negate the bad things over a long period of time. You do not need to rebuild your life. You don't. And the moment you try to rebuild your life and erase everything about you that you like doing, in hopes of like achieving 30 pounds of weight loss or achieving 10 pounds of muscle gain or 1 inch on the biceps, it's obsessive. And as I said, if you're trying to be the best in the world, if you're like, trying to be a fucking Mr. Olympia, then this conversation doesn't necessarily pertain to you. But for the masses, for the bulk of you guys and girls listening, tuning into the Meathead on the Mic podcast, this is something that I want you to understand. It's not all black and white. And the moment that you understand that it's not all black and white and you can have a fucking gray area in between, it becomes that much easier to incorporate it into your lifestyle and make it something that's a part of you instead of something that you are a part of. Does that make sense? If that makes sense, just nod your head silently if you're listening to this on the podcast replay, or if you're watching this live, just drop it. Yeah, it makes sense in the comments. All right. Guys, girls, if you've noticed that it's been a constant struggle for you to stay consistent with your fitness goals because shit isn't perfect, or because, whatever reason, it's probably because you struggle to detach yourself from thinking about it. You're always thinking about it, and almost to the point where whenever it comes to your mind and crosses your mind, you freeze. You almost, get lost in your tracks, and you feel anxiety. You start to sweat and you feel guilty for shit you didn't even do yet just because it crossed your mind. That's an indicator. If that's something that you can resonate with, that's an indicator that you too need to take a breather. You too need to step back and do the things that you actually like in your life from time to time, so that you can remember those things and incorporate it, mix it together with your new habits instead of just trying to rebuild the whole person. I mean, because metaphorically speaking, we are doing that, right? We are rebuilding the person, we are losing the weight, we are building the muscle, changing the habits, but that's done brick by brick. You can't demolish the entire building and then expect to build, another building in that same spot the next day. It's brick by brick. Construction is a long game. You're in this for the long haul. And if you're in this for the long haul, you have to understand what I'm talking about, guys and girls. Incorporate everything that you love about your life, the small hobbies, and use them to replace a little bit of bad habits, and continue to do that over a period of time, a long period of time. Hopefully, if you're lucky enough to live a long life, the rest of your long life, right? But that's the thing here. Rome wasn't built in a day. Remember that. I didn't coin that term, and you know this because you understand the message. The same applies to your health and fitness goals, people. I'm not making shit up. Make sense? So from now on, anybody that is listening to this podcast episode today, make a promise to yourself and just commit to doing at least one thing a week that does not involve you constantly thinking about your progress. All right. Watch how energized and stress free you'll feel when the week hits. Like, it's just going to happen. Like, the anxiety levels of you thinking about your eating, the anxiety levels about you thinking about your training and trying to be perfect, and, this all or nothing mindset will decrease when you understand that you're incorporating it into your life as opposed to trying to rebuild your life around it. Give yourself permission, full fucking permission, to be in control of your thoughts and set yourself free. Thank me later. That's it. That's all. If you like this episode, share it out with a friend. I hope I was able to deliver a valuable experience to you guys and girls today. Thank you so much for your precious time and attention. And also, if this hit, if this is something that resonated with you and you want to work with me, if you want to lose 25 pounds or more or put on some muscle and become a part of the Natural Nomad Academy and a part of the private community, shoot me a message, DM me, and I'll see if you'll be a good fit. Okay. Also, if you got value from this episode, don't forget to screenshot it and share it out to your IG story and tag me. All right. SCHWARZENXGGA. Tag me, or you can just search for Matt Butale on your Instagram story. Let me know that you're watching. Let me know that you're tuning in. Let me know that you're getting value. And that's it. That's all. Let's embrace your inner meathead together. All right. It's been nice chatting. Hope you like what today's topic was about. IFBB Pro Matt Butale signing out. Boom. Woo. Yeah, I do, Gabriel. I do interact with my audience, but if you showed up constantly, you'd know that at the beginning of the podcast recording, we chat. And then as I'm doing the podcast, recording itself, I don't actually interact because I have to deliver. I want to deliver. I want you guys to get the points that I put out. Everything is premeditated, brah. Premeditated. I think about these things in advance. I write them down and then I share them with you. So I'm also reading. Okay. So don't get this, bro. At the end of the podcast recording, I always, if I do have time, sit down to read some of the comments on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and YouTube every time. You know me, bro. Miss you, bro. I love you, dog. Yeah. Um, yeah, people. Shout out to everybody that joined. So I'm just gonna literally go through some of the things that you were saying here, Gabriel, and we're just gonna touch on it. Says you're right, as usual, broski. Humbled. That's called being black and white. And yes, so when you did actually type that's called being black and white, I saw that, and then I incorporated it into my prompt, and then if you listen to the episode again, you'll hear it and you'll know, oh shit. So yeah, I'm listening too. I'm just not talking as I record. Yep, to all or nothing. It's bad for you, and you know that well. You know that perfectly well. Okay. Kirby, appreciate you. Kushpreet, what's up? Um, easy, bro. You know what it is. I know. I was trying to make you laugh. Well, you succeeded, bro. I'm fucking chuckling, bro. Laughing, man. I hope you're having a sick Monday. Hope your mom's good. Hope your bro's good. Hope everyone's good. I'm gonna read some comments on TikTok. Jaden says, bro looks like Kevin Durant. That's like the 11th time I heard that this year. Travis says, do I know you? I don't know, but you follow me, I think. Maybe. I don't know. That's cool. Appreciate you for being here anyway. Uh Homie says LOL. And another homie says, how do I get here? Or how did I get here? I don't know. You're probably just scrolling around on TikTok and you ended up here on a live stream. So that's you. That's you, man. But people, guys, girls, that's it. That's all. I'll be back again tomorrow with another episode of the Meathead on the Mic podcast. And that's it. Okay. Hope you guys enjoy your Monday. Kill your week, crush your week. Don't stick with that perfectionist mindset. It's going to fucking kill you and your dreams. So don't do that shit. All right. Peace, love, protein. IFBB Pro Matt Butale signing out. Boom.